Good morning. Welcome to Oriole Center with myself, Connor Green, and JD Eva, and special guest, Joey Gutting. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Pleasure to be here.
All right, what do you boys think about number 11, Dayton, shocking the world by upsetting number 3, Syracuse, 55-53?
I didn't see that game. I didn't see that happen at all.
What a game, though. Shocker.
I really thought Syracuse would have at least put up a better fight than that. I mean, I thought they were going to win. I thought they should have won it.
All right, well, they did put up a good fight. It was 55-53. That's a good game right there, but it came down to defense winning the game right there.
To a team that half the world's never even heard of.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
I don't even think Dayton was going to, people were going to see Dayton beating Ohio State and then them beating Syracuse. This is a big deal for that team.
So that's a big deal.
Going into the Sweet 16.
Yeah, first time Dayton's gone to the Sweet 16 in a long time.
30 years.
Yeah.
Say a good 30 years, probably.
All right. Number 7, Connecticut rolls past number 2, Villanova, 77-65 behind the hot hand of Napier, who had 25 points. Did you guys see that game coming?
I knew Pierre was an excellent player, and I knew he wanted it. You could tell that he wanted it. And, upcoming to the, tournament there, he was really starting to get on fire, and you could tell that once he was there, he was going to want it, and he was going to take control, and that's what he did.
I thought Villanova had this game, but I mean Napier just had one of the best games of his life, and Connecticut just didn't let off the gas.
Yeah, I don't think Villanova's has faced a team that is good as offense as Connecticut is. I don't think they've really seen that coming, and Connecticut just took advantage of it and got the W.
Yep. And number 10 Stanford upset at number 2 Kansas 60-57 by shutting down Wiggins. He only had 4 points that game. That's one of the season lows for him.
That's the name of the basketball game. Really, you shut down their, top scorer, and sometimes that'll come out with the win. Just shutting out that one guy and holding them to 4 points is probably a key to their game right there.
Yeah, and really Stanford was leading the whole game against Kansas. And Kansas had a pretty good effort to come back at the end, but Stanford just kept hitting their shots. So it's not like they were just a lucky win. They kept on hitting the clutch shots.
Yeah, Stanford was winning the whole game. I mean, Kansas was leading at halftime, but that was about it. The rest of the game, it was all Stanford. I mean, Wiggins didn't even get up that many shots. He missed a lot, but I mean, he didn't even shoot that many. They just played tight D on him.
Yeah, it was another upset that was, you didn't expect that to happen.
All right. Wichita State, number 1. Big upset by number 8, Kentucky, 78-76. What did you guys think about that game?
I really thought Wichita State had more in them than that. I mean, undefeated season, yeah, they didn't have very good schedule, but they still rolled past everybody. But I mean, Kentucky just had more heart than them. They just came out and took it to them.
Right. Early, he had an excellent game, 31 points. Played great, but it just wasn't good enough for Kentucky's defense. It wasn't.
No. And Van Fleet missed that last second game-winning three-pointer. I mean, it was a tough shot, but he's a 44% three-point shooter. They really put it in the hands of the guy they thought they could win the game.
Yep. Coaches will do that. They'll put the game on one person. They hope they make the shot. That's an enormous amount of pressure, and sometimes it works out great. That's excellent. But a lot of times, the pressure is just too much, and they can't make the shot.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, they're only 19 years old. They're 19-year-old kids out there.
Yeah, this is pretty much an all-freshman sophomore team. This is a scary Kentucky team.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, for them being freshmen and then showing what they can do already, it's going to be scary in the future.
Yeah, I agree with Joe. All right, number 6, Baylor destroys number 3, Creighton, 85-55.
Yeah, I did not see that coming at all. I mean, with Creighton's number 1 scorer on their team, I really thought they were going to go deep in the tournament, but Baylor just was relentless and just came out hitting.
Yeah.
Right. Well, all 5 of their starters, they had double-doubles, and not double-doubles, double-digit scoring. That's quite an offense to handle right there.
Yeah, that is. That's tough. That's tough when they have that many good shooters on the team.
I mean, really all year Creighton was looking up to Doug McDermott to score shut him down. Once you shut him down, I don't think really anybody else on Creighton
Right.
can score the ball.
Another aspect of defense right there. You shut down their leading scorer, and that can be trouble for some teams. But obviously not for Baylor. I mean, if they can have all their starters, their 5 starters, scoring the double digits, you're doing something right. They can't key on your one player that's scoring all the points. They'll still do good if all 5 of them are scoring like that.
Oh yeah, Baylor's going to go far if they can keep up an offense like that. All 5 starters scoring double digits. If they can keep that up, they can beat almost anybody.
All right, and then how about number 3, Iowa State just barely skates by against number 6, North Carolina, with last-second layup by Kane.
Yeah, that was an intense ending. Kane had the layup to tie it up, and then Kane had the next layup to give him the lead. And it was actually a crazy ending because the clock actually didn't start when North Carolina inbounded it, and they tried to get a timeout called, but that actually worked out against them because then the refs realized the clock didn't start, and they didn't get the timeout in the end. If they would have just shot it, they could have at least had a chance, but they kind of screwed themselves on that.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a good decision to try to call timeout with 3 seconds left. You just got to get down the court as fast as you can and put up a shot.
Yeah.
Now, this was kind of what word am I looking for? Your expected game. Number 3, barely beats number 6. That's your typical, March Madness game, kind of, was what you'd think. But, they call it March Madness for a reason. With all those upsets out there, this was kind of a relatively, normal game compared to all other games, is what I thought anyways.
I really think, yeah, that is, especially in March Madness, but I mean, I really thought Iowa State was going to come out a lot stronger than that, but they are missing their number one scorer, so that had a huge effect on their team.
Right.
Their number 1 scorer out with a broken foot the rest of the tournament. But I mean, they can still pull out the wins without him. I think they can still do pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. You shouldn't base your entire offense or defense on one player. You should. It's a team thing. You should, be a team out there and not rely on one person.
Yeah, I don't think, I think Iowa State, for them to move on more, I mean, North Carolina's a good basketball team, but I mean, they can't just leave it up to DeAndre Kane. I mean, Monte Morris has got to show up. I mean, I know he's a freshman, that's a big deal, but he put up 15 points. He just has to continue doing that the rest of the tournament.
And speaking of Monte Morris, a fellow GAC basketball player, now playing at the college level. Congratulations, shout out to you, man. Good job.
All right, that's all we have for Oriole Center this week. Tune in next time for the updates on the Sweet 16 and Elite 8.